The scarred man lands on the hard-packed ground outside Torch Town Hall, a frown carved into his face as if it sat there permanently. His strange, winged companions falling behind him one by one, all in silence. One of the larger figures, a gargoyle it appears, clad in plate mail and wearing a strange technological sword on his belt, steps past the man and opens the door to Town Hall. The man walks through without acknowledging the gesture, and sets its eyes on a young elf sitting at a table. The elf clears her throat nervously.
What can I do for you, sir?
The scarred man glances downward, drawing the elf's eyes to a large badge on his chest. It's black metal, stylized to look like a gear, with a white triangle in the center, the symbol of the technically. The elf's eyes widen, and she places a hand down on the desk to steady herself as she stands.
I understand, sir. You'll just give me a moment. I can inform the town council you've arrived.
His upper lip twitches.
That won't be necessary. I know the way.
He brushes past her, a strange retinue in tow, and enters the council chambers beyond. The young elf swallows hard and stares down at her hands, unsure of what, if anything, she should do. This is Pod Against the Machine.
Pod Against the Machine.
Welcome to the second year of Pod Against the Machine, the only actual play podcast that... What was that? Sorry, thought I saw something, but it was nothing. Everything's fine.
Oh no.
Right? I'm your host, and here's everybody.
How can you give me that much anxiety that quickly, Sam?
Yeah, the year 2, just anxiety spikes right off the bat, which, par for the course.
Oh, I mean, that's the goal. Year 1 was like safety scissors year, and congratulations to all of you on having your characters survive an entire year on a podcast. It won't happen again.
Well, and it's true. The first book of Iron Gods is well regarded as the training wheels for APs. It's definitely not fatal or absolutely insane. Right, gang?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
A lot of leading questions.
Neil Spicer.
Questions tonight.
Well, last time on the program, I believe you spent the night at Dinvaya's temple. Talked to her some and got her to attempt to convene a night market tonight, which is the sort of underground flea market swap meet thing that they do in Scrapwall, where there's no violence allowed, and all the gangs can kind of come together and people can sell their wares and trade and hang out and be all weird and Scrapwall-y. And then you went off to destroy the receiver array deep in Thralls of Hellion territory. But I believe you discovered upon entering Thralls of Hellion territory that things seemed a little off there. There were, dead bodies everywhere, largely of chokers, which are sort of small aberrations, many of whom were wearing symbols of Hellion that looked homemade. But there were, other dead bodies too. Nothing alive so far. And you found your way to the receiver array, which looks pretty rickety. Looks like it's seen better days. And, there's nothing around. Everything's normal. No one's having any problems at all. So.
Yeah.
And the bottom drops out.
That's where we are.
Yeah, it's just one of those normal sets of rusty stairs that cause you to roll a will save and then tell you everything's cool after you rolled relatively poorly. I believe it was a 5, gang, for a 12.
That's a pretty good roll.
But yeah, I'm sure Brix is totally cool.
Obvi.
Yeah.
Just in case, though, I had left notes to myself in my session notes, in all caps, roll an engineering check on the stairs. Because we just, like, kind of said, this doesn't look like it's going to fall apart. Onward!
Well, and, I mean, also, if the stairs collapsed below Brixby, what would happen to stair stock? We were just discussing this before the actual episode. It would just...
It's true.
Never
Like,
use a
that's
stair
it.
again.
No. Nope.
All stairs are unsafe.
See, when you said stair stock, I thought you were talking about like a music festival.
Oh, yeah,
My
no,
first
that's...
thought was soup. It's a really versatile word.
Stair soup for the soul. It's true.
I'm gonna roll
So,
an
yeah,
engineering
Sam,
All right, go for that engineering check.
I'm going to go for one, too.
quickly before his mind is addled permanently by some unseen horrors. Natural 19 for a 29, kicking off the session hot on this Omega dice from Dice Envy.
On what is no doubt the most important roll of the session.
100%.
These rickety metal walkways look like, they have some give to them. They'll sway under somebody's weight, but it looks like they're plenty strong to handle even 5 of you, even more people than you have with you, because you don't have 5 people. You don't think they're in any danger of collapsing anytime soon unless you make a concerted effort to break them.
Well, at least these stairs appear safe.
Vargas is going to immediately scream about technology and start jumping up and down the stairs.
I'm gonna break them.
Stairs are too high tech for Vargas. For all of you now, there's this strange feeling here, like just creeping up your spine, a prickling running across the base of your skull, maybe a subtle lurch in your stomach. It feels like there's some ancient leftover instinct tensing your muscles and raising the hairs on your arms without your conscious mind knowing why. And I'd imagine Vargas, being older than the rest and having spent decades on the unforgiving plains in a nomadic lifestyle, is probably the only one who recognizes this feeling for what it is.
Something's watching us.
Feels like you're being hunted. You feel like kind of like prey at this moment, but for Brixby, it's a little bit different.
Oh, no.
You've seen something crossing your path a few times now, heard something scrambling along in the scrap. You haven't been able to actually catch it looking at you or following you. But it feels like more than just you're not alone physically. You might not be alone in your own head.
Hey.
I
Now,
don't care for that.
we don't need to go there. This is...
Now the metal walkway under you sways and creaks eerily, and a wave of pressure rolls through your head, popping your ears, like you've suddenly flown up in the air. You hear a voice call out behind you. It's Kira. She sounds hurt,
We know who you are.
and you know exactly what she's talking about. Vargas's voice joins her in an angry growl.
Why would you lie to us?
And then there's Asher, standing on the ground below, shaking his head sadly.
I'm just so disappointed in you.
And as he says this, terror washes over you. I'm gonna need you to make another will save.
Oh, gosh. Is this another spell or spell-like ability?
I believe it is not.
Alrighty. And that is just going to be a 5. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Oh no, it's a 2 for a 5. I have a weakness for the I'm not mad, it's just disappointed. I think it's like a drawback that I took, that character creation. But yeah, no, it's that's a 7 with the 2 on the die.
Well, as you feel these thoughts creeping into your mind, and they seem totally real, you take the frightened condition
Oh, good.
and 1 wisdom damage.
Oh, excellent. These are all good things to have happen to me. Let me just... all right, and to give everyone a heads up, what the old frightened condition does is that I can still fight. No, wait, sorry. I flee. I flee the source of fear as best as I can. If I'm unable, I can still fight with a -2 on literally everything. And I can use my special abilities only to flee. And, yep, it's like shaken. Panicked is a little bit more extreme. Right. Excellent. Very good.
So I would say right now the source of your fear is probably seems, at least from Brixby's perspective, to be his compatriots.
All right. So Brixby, mounting the kind of rusty metal stairs, they are like swaying in what I imagine to be the relatively sort of like stale, hot air of Scrapwall. Sort of looks back at his party and he squints. And his face just sort of breaks into a grimace and then something more extreme. And he turns and he will run up the stairs, across the walkway, and I suppose it's kind of... I think these are up the stairs again, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I'm not sure if we're going in like round order at this point, but I assume that he would at least put this much space in between him and them, as there are no stairs from the next walkway platform.
Yeah, I would say after you have sort of a chance to do a double move, basically, everybody else gets basically around.
So from our perspective, we all just saw Brixby start to climb the stairs, kind of turn and look at us, and then run away.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think Kira...
Get him.
Oh, no.
Kira, like, has sword in hand already because it's a tense moment, and, like, turns and looks behind them like there's something there and doesn't see anything. Is it a magic thing again? What are you looking at?
Vargas will say, he'll kind of look around, and he'll say, Something is here, watching us, hunting us. It may have done something to Brixby. Can I make a perception to try and pinpoint where this strange feeling could be coming from?
Yeah, go for it.
Can I aid?
Yeah.
Okay, can she aid?
Yeah, you can use your
She
action
might have
aid.
to, because that was an 11 on the die. That is a 15...
These numbers are so tiny. 15, 24, so sure, yeah.
Wow. You should just want that to be your own roll, because that would be a 17 for me.
I mean, yeah, no, if that's allowed, go for it.
Yeah, I think that that probably would be a better bet. And what did you say your total was?
24.
Yeah, mine was only a 15.
Well, the 24 is just barely enough to see this strange, small creature with thin tendrils hanging from a misshapen sphere with a gray orb hanging beneath the creature, bulging like a lidless eye, and that's sort of hovering in the air right by Brixby, like it's been following him. You're the only one who's seen it. Let me see if I can just pop that up.
Ah!
It's
Cute, actually. It's kind of cute. Am I the only one who... I mean, it's like a little, like, I don't know, horseshoe crab meets jellyfish with a forever eye.
It looks like a mermaid purse, like a shark egg, but that randomly grew tentacles.
Yeah. and just by default, I don't trust anything that lives in the water, so it's a hard pass. I guess it's not technically living in the water, but it looks like it should be. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Looks like a
that.
cyclopean sea slug with tendrils.
Yeah. Oh God, those are some of my least favorite words.
This is my new party now. Me and this guy, I guess.
Brixby's only friend.
Yeah. Is there a round amount to the panicked? Am I panicked just indefinitely?
For the time being.
Oh,
Or
God.
frightened.
Okay.
I will hope it's in the
or
spell
Live in the
description.
panic.
Or the ability description. This creature who fails is frightened for the time being.
For a while.
Well, because oh no, I was gonna say, like, if they've all kind of had a response, I feel like I would
Did Asher
vanish.
say?
Oh wait,
yeah,
no, my bad.
Asher, did you want to do anything? Yeah, Kira, you could point out where the creature is, or the existence of the creature, because right now it's kind of been a secret.
Yeah, I can do that after Asher talks.
Yeah, assuming she says something about a weird cyclopean sea slug, Asher would move close enough to be able to try and detect evil, right? In that area, right by Brixby, since he can get within 60 feet within a single move, and it's a move action to do that. To see if he detects, is this some crazy evil sea slug?
So then, okay, if we've said that she is saying a thing, yes, she would. So she's turned around to see whatever Brixby is afraid of, turn back as Vargas says, like, there's something here. And I think it's like a James Wan-esque sort of horror thing where you, like, pan away and pan back, and it's right there. I'm just like, okay, Brix, don't panic, don't freak out, like you're kind of doing right now. There is a thing next to you, and we'll, like, reach out and tap Asher, who has already moved on. Up there, it's next to him, it's bad. I don't know what that is, but it's got danglies and one eye.
Oh my. Brixby, where are you going? And he can move with his 30 feet. He'll get about 20 feet up the stairs and is now only about 40 feet away from Brixby, so even with a height difference. If he detects evil, does he get any pings there?
He does get a faint aura of evil from the strange tentacled creature.
It's evil, whatever it is. Now that it's been pointed out to him, is he close enough to make a roll on it? Or has he... I don't know if he's technically seen it yet.
Ooh, can I make a roll?
Like a knowledge roll?
Yeah, I don't know if I can. Can I make a roll? We'll see.
I'm not sure that any of you have knowledge dungeoneering.
I do.
You do?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Well, I would
Everyone
say
else.
Asher can. I don't think Brixby's really in a state for it.
Oh no way! I'm freaked out.
He'll squint his
Kira just-
eyes.
I have dungeoneering.
Then you can
Like,
go
girl
for it as well.
Scream up to Asher and Vargas and be like, all right, I'm going to paint you a picture with words. It's like, you know when sharks have babies and they've got those pouches? It's kind of cute. Anything?
Unless it's a incredibly common shark baby sea creature. I don't believe I've seen or heard of it. The die that rolled me a 19 rolled me an 8 on the second try. So a total of a 10.
Yeah, that's not going to get you anything. How about Vargas?
This random white die that I got out of a gachapon 2 weeks ago rolled me a 16 on the die. So that is plus 7, a 23.
Wow. That, I think, is enough to get you basic information about the creature, at least. This is a small aberration called a Ruchalik, sometimes known as a Void Wanderer. They've been wandering Galarian basically forever. Their anatomy is totally alien, as are their motives. They resemble spongy masses of jet-black tissue with lidless, pupilless, grayish-white eyes at the center, and 4 thin tendrils extending from their mass. They can hover in atmosphere or float in a dead vacuum, and they don't seem to breathe. They're capable of remaining motionless, sometimes even for decades, and some claim their lifespans may outlast even the stars themselves. But unfortunately, wasn't a good enough roll to get any questions in the traditional sense.
Wild.
That is not good, because that was a very high roll.
Is this thing, it's like right next to Brixby, right? So it's,
yeah, it's like
if we could get up there, we could punch it.
Yeah.
By we, I guess, I mean Vargas.
So I think Vargas will just call out, did you say Void Walker?
Wanderer.
Void Wanderer.
Wanderer, yeah. It's a Void Wanderer. They're outsiders. I don't really know much about them. I've only heard stories, but it's very dangerous. We need to get it away from Brixby.
I think that's probably a good time to roll for initiative.
Yeah, actually, I don't know that it's an outsider. I just said outsider because he said it's a planeswalker, so I'm assuming outsider, but I don't think you actually said outsider to us.
No, it's an aberration.
It's an aberration. Well, Vargas didn't know anything with that roll, so he's just wrong.
Alright, what does Brixby, our hapless victim, have for
super attentive 15 with an 8 off the die.
Nice. And how about Vargas?
After giving that warning that we need to act right away, he then proceeded to roll a natural 8 for a 10.
Well, how about Asher? He's in position to act.
Yeah, he's so close physically. Just unfortunately rolling a 6 also brings me to a 10, but a better 10 than Vargas, because he's quick. He's just...
I see 10.
He was trying to visualize a shark baby, and I don't know if I'm really seeing that. Oh god, it's time to act. Yeah, that's the 10 justification.
And how about Kira? Are you going to save everyone here?
Hopefully. That is the plan. That's an 18 on the die, plus a 5 for 23.
Very
She's
nice.
awful far away, though, so, who can say?
Yeah, well, you're up first. So Kira can save the day here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's similar to that justification is my friend is in trouble and he's very far away, oh no. Which will just give her an extra kind of burst of adrenaline there to drop the sword, draw the composite longbow, and we're just gonna jog right on over here. Once I remember how to jog, it feels like it's been a very long time. Not like that. Great radio. Let's see. So that's gonna net me right under this little passageway, which is gonna be difficult to shoot from. Stairs don't require a climb, right? You can just walk upstairs.
You can just walk like normal.
Can I? I'm gonna shoot it with the bow. I'm trying to figure out where the best ways to be is. Okay. If I am right next to this walkway, this little vertical north to south walkway that is one level above us, that's going to provide cover for sure.
Yeah, it's going to get decent cover because
basically
you'll have a walkway over your head and then the walkway that Brix is up on, and this thing sort of up past Brix.
Okay. I maybe then I'm going to use my turn to just double move and see if I can get around the other side. How far is it up? If I'm on the other side of where Brix is, and the cover is out of the way.
I mean, from where Brix is standing, you could totally reach it. You'd need a reach weapon for any of those other stairs, any of those other spots there, and it's sort of on a wall.
On a wall, got it. Okay, so if I can get over here to the right of the platform that Brixby is standing on, there'll be cover from the platforms Brixby is standing on. Does the thing have cover there as well? And also, can I reach it with a bow?
You could hit it with a bow, but that's a tough shot from there.
fair.
Just because.
All right, we're just going to jog up the stuff then. So rewind all of this, delete everything I just said, cut out the last 2 minutes.
That's like a whole bonus episode.
Ugh, God. Does it feel like it's been like 48 weeks since I played Pathfinder? We're going to shimmy on up here, and then I think I can get 1, 2, 3. Let's call it 4, 5. How does this feel?
Feels
I don't know where those stairs start. Great. And then I'm going to double move. So I'm going to do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's me right about here. I don't think I can do anything else from where I am except yell at Brixby and like, okay, I'm coming. Just don't touch that. I know you can't see it. Don't move your head. Except to escape. Maybe just come back this way.
No.
6 seconds.
So Kira's done.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, in the next moment, as Brixby looks back across the walkway, and there's somebody chasing you there. And at first, it's blurry. It's hard to tell who it is. I mean, maybe it's Kira on her way, trying to calm you down. Maybe she's saying, No, that's Sandville. The rotting, shambling corpse of Sandville Tret, reaching out to you with 2 boil-covered arms and Numerian fluids dripping from the sides of his mouth as he drags himself towards you, somehow shuffling just a little bit faster than you are running away. So he's getting closer and closer. Make a will save.
Oh, boy. All right. Again, not another spell or spell-like ability.
No, it's still supernatural.
All right. Yep. Can't roll over a 10, so that's a 14.
All right. You are still frightened, and that is another wisdom damage.
Oh, great. That drops my will save by 1. Perfect.
All right. Well, it's your turn. You're frightened.
Okay, so I'm still frightened of Kira, though?
You're frightened of Sandville, who is approximately where Kira is.
Okay, so I think Brixby would go, stay away from me. And he would cast Vanish, and he would disappear.
That's fun. You going anywhere or staying up in that same spot?
He would, probably want to stay as far away from them as possible. So he would stay kitty-cornered in that kind of southeastern spot. Invisible.
All right. And that'll bring us to Asher.
Asher is going to spend a grip point as a swift action to activate his Daring Vault. Not to jump, though, just for the 20-foot speed boost, so that in a single move you can get all the way up to 50 feet away. And now he's well within range. He's 10 to 15 feet, depending on where exactly this Void Wanderer RuPaul is. And he is going to aim his pistol with a mundane bullet. Unfortunately, can't be double swift and smite, but it's time to fire. 18 on the dice for a 28 against touch AC.
That will hit, surprisingly.
If it didn't, I would just close the computer down and walk away. Alright, a d8 plus 1. 5 on the dice for 6 bludgeoning and piercing damage.
It doesn't like that.
Does it look like it doesn't like all of it?
It looks like it totally doesn't like it.
Nice. Doesn't appear to have any sort of hardness to overcome or natural defenses, making the bullets less effective. That's his turn. Swift move. Standard.
Alright, Vargas is up.
Okay, so Vargas is And stairs are not difficult terrain, right? They're just stairs.
They're just stairs. They're a little unnerving, but they're not trouble.
Yeah. Trying to think. You know what? He's going to double move. So Vargas is going to double move himself up the first set of stairs, past Kira, and about halfway up the second step to be about 10 feet behind Asher. Because he doesn't want to risk, like, shooting a spell at this when it's that close to Brixby, because it's tiny, so it's probably got a low touch, and he's going to take the -4 and all that, so he's just going to rush up.
I mean, Brixby's invisible, if that would alter your decisions.
That's true. You don't know Brixby's still there.
Oh, that's right, I forgot that Brixby casts invisibility. But no, I think he'll still move forward.
Alright, Kira, you're up.
Oh God, not to kick us off with another question route, but again, kick us off another question route. Brix is invisible. If he moves past us, do we need to make some sort of like perception check to? It's just these. It feels like these stairs are relatively narrow. We should at least like feel him moving by, but I don't know if that's.
I think you would definitely know if he moves through your square.
Got it. Okay.
Wait. Oh, sorry. I was just thinking, would he have to make like acrobatic checks to move through us since he technically sees us as enemies right now?
Probably, yeah. But he could always jump off the catwalk.
Shake his little fish.
So, okay, let's see. Brix's last turn was like stay away and then went invisible. So Kira knows he's scared. I think she's still very singly focused on the little wandering thing, though. And we went through all the trouble of getting up here, so I'm just gonna keep moving on up there with the sword. I think as she's moving, saying, sorry, Brix, I don't really care about you, Shadow Wander pet. Gonna keep moving. I swear I know how to use a mouse. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think she ends up right here, which is still not close enough to reach the thing. So I'm going to use the rest of my action to double move, rest of my turn to double move and stand. How does that work if I don't know where Brixby is? Where can I just?
I mean, I think
square?
You would move like up to him and like then bump into him and know that he can't go into his square, basically.
Cool. All right, so she's gonna park right here. You're feeling around it. Sorry, Brix. I'm gonna kill the thing. Don't be scared, okay? And still can't attack, but is now glaring at this thing. She can still see it, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Hopefully it doesn't move since I wasted 2 turns getting up here.
So this thing, it sort of pauses for a second, and then Brixby's vision goes weird again, and there's more figures chasing you up these catwalks now. It looks like Yosoki now, dozens of them, but they're not Red Tooth's raiders, and they're not Meyanda's minions. You know those clothes. You know a lot of those faces. You left them behind in Chitterhome. All those bridges you burned, all those gangs you crossed in your almost fanatical pursuit of knowledge, of getting out. Make me a will save.
All right, here it comes. One less.
Hey!
17?
The fear fades, and that presence in your mind, it's still there, but at the same time, there's like some lucidity returns, and you can see Kira, you can see Asher and Vargas. You know, for now at least, that it's not real. And I think this fella who's floating up here feels like it's getting a little bit crowded, and it's going to fly away. Brix does get an attack of opportunity if he has a weapon.
I do indeed. All right, here comes the big swing. And I am also invisible, so if it does not have C invisibility, then I'm sneaky on this one. I appropriately brick a 4 on that one for a 10.
Yeah, that's a miss.
and I become visible in my square.
But the creature has flown away from you for the time being. And it's your turn.
All right, can I see it? Is it here?
Yeah, it's gone kind of up on the wall there, so it's hard to see it, but you can see where it is.
All right, I think Brixby would look at it and sort of stare over at the wall beside him, reach out, brush off a bit of spiderweb and say, "Stay out of my mind." And he's going to cast web here, about 25 feet to the east, just above where the creature is. So I need you to roll a reflex save, if you please.
Alright.
That's not good.
That's a fail.
Ooh. Alrighty. Well, my friend, you are grappled. You are currently grappled in the position that you are and stuck there. You can break free next round by making a CMD or escape artist check as a standard action against the DC of the spell, and it's still difficult terrain. There is a whole wall of stuff that I could be reading right now, but what matters right now is that you are grappled. And that's going to be my turn.
Okay, and that takes us to Asher.
Yeah, so talking about the positioning of this web, is it just on like the wall? Is it blocking the catwalk to our east?
Well, I would say that it is... Let's see. Draw a shape. What's the size of it? Like 20 feet?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius spread. So it would, if it's starting here, it would go out to basically right here.
So,
And I think anything in like these squares would just fall, right? Because it's got to have something to anchor it.
Yeah,
it's
kind of
I
up on
assumed it was
the
sort of-
wall above you guys, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that it would be like level with the catwalks in between the sort of canyon walls that we're in right now.
Okay. Like crossing the canyon?
Yeah, I assumed it would sort of just kind of... I'm just circling my mouse like you would actually see it. But I assumed this sort of whole zone right here was Webtown.
Okay. I'm just going to keep drawing circles until you've satisfied.
Seems like the only...
That seems
thing
good.
to do.
Yeah, right there. I would say everything that's inside this abstract art that Sam has produced for us.
Deleting
is
circles
Webtown.
now for the next hour and a half, and there we go. That's the web.
Okay, and how high up was the creature? Pythagoras needs to know.
Right now, from where you are, probably like compared to the level you're standing on, it's like 10 feet higher than you.
Okay. Is there a door or something that is obstructing our view? Or a way to get into the building?
Brixby and Kira are next to a door.
That's what I was thinking. The catwalk to the east, on the other side of the creature, is that level with where we are now?
Yeah, it's the same level you're on.
Okay. It's a lot of words, I understand. But it was all necessary. So Asher just... grit cloud shrinking, but he don't care. He is going to... You've always seen him be mad ups. Can he go the distance? He's going to spend a grit point again to Daring Vault, this time attempting a long jump for what I believe is the first time, kicking off year 2 with a first. And yeah, but he's not all alone in his 10th need.
Oh, man.
Neither is
on by a
Brixby as he runs and goes to leap across. And don't think I got it. Let me see. Nope. Well, I think he may be grasping the edge, but not on top of it at this point. I made it enough to go 20 feet, and it is 25 feet to the edge of the square. So if you think I could roll a reflex or something to catch it, if not, I'll just land super gracefully below and then start my turn moving back.
Let's see. Is there something for catching? I don't think that exists in...
I know for falling there is.
Oh, yeah, it is. If you don't clear the distance, you can make a reflex save to grab the far edge of the gap. So make a reflex save.
Okay. This it could be worse.
This is not official. This is GM's discretion suggested rules.
It's 21.
Okay, so you catch.
Okay.
Over there.
Okay. So he catches the edge, and he's awkwardly holding onto the edge because he jumped while holding a gun. So he's kind of holding the edge with one hand. I think he could probably shoot with that gun-holding hand while holding onto the edge of the catwalk.
All right, go for it.
Was hoping to shoot from, like standing, because I won't be able to reload down here. But I was able to reload as I leapt across the canyon, thanks to the mobile reload feature.
That's kind of even better, isn't it? Jumping 20 feet across a gap between two catwalks, loading the gun, and then at the last second catching yourself with one hand.
And then, kind of angling up at this web-covered creature, he takes a shot. And not less exciting, but still a 19 against touch.
19 will hit touch.
Alright. Only 4 points of damage. For those of you missing the jumping hijinks and were really hoping for like an 8-minute Asher turn, happy birthday, Pottigans the Machine. I got you. End of turn.
Well, that takes us to Vargas's turn, but I think the cinematics on that one were so cool. I'm going to give Jeff a Sky Medal for Asher's flying leap, hanging gunshot at the Ruchalik. And now we are on to Vargas.
All right. Vargas is... You said there is a door directly in front of Brixby and Kira. You know what? Vargas is actually just going to step up behind Brix. And this is the creature here, right? That I'm seeing this little bit of?
Yeah.
Okay, he is going to just fire off, and let me see if I have an acid arrow. What did I prepare today? Yes, I do. He is going to fire off an acid arrow at it. Ooh, that is a bad roll. I'm not using this die anymore. Let's see, that is an 8 on the die. Range, that is only going to be a 13, but it is against touch.
13 does not hit touch.
Yeah, I figured because it's little, so those things always have high touch AC. That is his turn then.
All right, Kira is up. The stubborn creature has flown away from you after you spent 2 turns getting up to it. Gonna jump like Asher through a sea of bodies.
Yeah, Kira's not gonna jump, but she will turn to Asher and be like, "That was really cool. I'm gonna hang out over here, just kind of, not do that. Check things out. Awesome job, though." And again, for the first time in this combat, just kidding, for the first time in this combat, we'll drop the sword, draw a composite longbow. I would just kind of aim over Brix's head. I assume that's going to give it some cover.
Might just.
And can I tell from this angle, is it going to get any cover from, the wall? I can just kind of see the tip of it here.
Yeah, I mean, your angle is not great, so it's going to get what we call in the business decent cover.
Decent cover. Would that change if I stepped back? Or, anywhere along this platform?
I mean, maybe if you were over, at the top of the stairs, you're still shooting over Vargas at that point, so it's still kind of tough. don't really have a great shot from here, period, just because there's so few places to stand.
Sure. Okay. Possibly move. Do I have a sense of which is going to give me the better angle?
They're both about the same.
Cool. All right, then I will stay right here. Roll that composite bow. That is a 16 plus 7, 23 to hit.
23 will just barely hit with the cover.
Cool. I'm just going to stab it with a regular arrow, which is, I guess, 1d8 plus 3. That's how that works. You found a d8. Don't use those often. Feels like it's been a long time since we recorded, right? I used to know how to do this. Plus 2. So 2 plus 2, 4 points of damage.
Okay. Alright, that all seems to go through. This thing is, taking shots.
That's going to be my turn. That was, let's see, I haven't moved. Can I use a bow and go through a door in the same turn?
I mean, you can use your move action to open the door.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Now you can see into this building for the first time. And you're looking at, it looks like some kind of power station kind of room. There's a big bank of equipment on the far wall with a whole bunch of what looks like connectors, maybe slots for hooking up just like a huge array of batteries. They're all empty, and there are two badly decomposed, badly just brutalized roper bodies in there.
Is there a reason that every time we open a door in this game, it's The Shining?
Welcome to Pathfinder. You don't generally want to open doors in Pathfinder. It's always bad on the other side.
You thought it was called Iron Gods because of the clockwork. It's really because of all the iron content in the blood.
High amount of iron.
Hemoglobin gods.
Alright, on the creature's turn, it's gonna disappear from view, and that's all you see happen, and Brixby's up.
Alright, so Brixby looking at the web, and he did. He looks at the web and he sees it disappear, and he goes, "Oh no, you're not getting away that easy." And from his pocket this time, he grinds a little bit of mica, and right on the square where he last saw it. So I'm clicking right now. If you're seeing the thing, he's going to cast a 10-foot radius of glitter dust, which would exclude Asher, where he is currently, in the way that it is centered. Because it would be like bang and bang, right there, right there.
It's not very nice.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to need a will save.
Now the turntables.
That's a 25.
All right, you're not blind, but guess what, buddy? You are fabulous. You are so covered in glitter right now. You got a -40 to all of your stealth checks. You're sparkling.
It barely has a positive stealth modifier now.
I'm gonna say Akira's just in tears.
So yeah, that's the end of my turn. You're covered in glitter, if you're there. That is.
All right, yeah,
you can see it.
You can see some sparkly thing, which, if it wanted to hide, it still does have a +15 stealth. But
good lord!
But it would have to disentangle itself from the big old web it's stuck in.
Yeah.
All right. So after creating possibly the worst mess in the world, I feel like I'm just like Kevin McAllistering this thing into oblivion right now. That is going to be the end of my turn.
All right. Asher, you are up. You are hanging from a catwalk, staring up into a giant spider web full of glitter.
Must be wheel day. And he'll pull himself up, using part of his move action, the rest of his movement. He'll reload, chunk, and seeing that glistening web that's so shiny, it's like the treasure from the sunken pirate wreck. Hit the deck. I'm gonna take a shot and make it look shiny. 21 against touch.
Yeah, 21 will hit.
I switched D8s and still haven't rolled a lot of damage, but 4 points.
Alright.
And then he will use his swift action to will a mundane bullet into his gun from the beneficial bandolier.
And we're on to Vargas.
Okay. Well, Vargas used up his only ranged spell on a miss, so he is going to do the smart, definitely reasonable thing and step into this murder room over here. Just push its way past Brixby and Kira. And actually, let me see how many feet that is. 10 feet to get into the room. And once he's in here, does he see an easy way to kind of loop around to that other catwalk? Is this another door right here in front of him?
Yeah, there's a door 10 feet away from you, just straight ahead.
Okay, so let me see how many feet. Okay, so I can get to that with 20 feet and then use my second move action to open that door, and that will be my turn.
Alright. And that door opens into a narrow hallway, which appears to go straight and also takes an immediate turn to the east, and straight ahead 10 feet takes a turn to the west.
So he'll call back to Brixby and Kira. I can't make a jump like that. I'm going to try to go around. And that is his turn.
Alright, and Kira is up.
Okay, it was a little unclear. This thing is glittery now, but we can't see it, or the web is glittery?
You can see the glittery outline of the creature.
Yeah.
So it's invisible,
Yeah,
but
I just
also
don't have any
glittery.
way to hit it.
But it's glittery. Kira trusts Vargas to get to the blood room and stab that thing, IRL, or punch it, I guess. We're going to try again with the bow. That was moderately successful last time. Oh, I can step back now. Let's do that. We're going to 5-foot step diagonally behind Brix, and assume... Oh, they see the blood. And assume that this gives me a better angle. Is that true?
Yeah, that's
on the glitter
definitely a
block?
better angle.
Cool. Let's do that. Ew. Oh, that's a 2 plus 9. That's a 9. That's a 9 to hit.
9 will not hit.
I think just at the last minute, Kira really does want to help. This thing attacked Brixby. She's not super thrilled, but it is covered in glitter now, and it kind of is really cute, even though you can only see the outline. It just tries to aim as like, aw, and misses instead. That's my turn.
Let's see. This creature is not super happy. Doesn't have great ways of getting out of the web, really. So I think what it's going to do is
Surrender.
stall a little bit more. And then I think Brixby once again.
No.
Your footing just all of a sudden one of your feet pops through under you, and you thought you were standing on a catwalk, but there's no ground below you, and now you're falling into a hole. You're falling down into the darkness, down into a hole, and something up above you shifts and collapses and seals up the hole above you, and you're falling down into unbroken darkness. Make me a will save.
Is this another one of those supernatural abilities you've got?
It is a supernatural ability.
Super freak. All right. Well, finally, 16 on the die with my meager will save. Oop, you know what? I put that as a 5 and it's reduced to 4, so it's 20. It's a flat 20. 16 on the die for a 20.
Oh, that is plenty. You shake it off. It's not real. You're still standing on a catwalk. And it's your turn.
Ooh, okay. Well, I've immobilized it. I've prevented it from hiding. So, clearly, now it's time to destroy. I would love to do this from invisibility, but Brixby's pretty angry. He fixes his gaze on the glittering, writhing, honestly pretty cute thing. Come on, let's be real, guys. Now that it's glittery, it's pretty cute. Levels a finger and says, "If you want to muck around in there, you're going to be pretty afraid of what you find." And he is going to cast an old Scorchy Ray. So, I'm going to try to hit your touch AC here. For the 2 on the die, I'm still feeling very shaken by the most recent memory in particular. This feeling of free fall into a void. This creature. Oh, wait, actually, you know what? Speaking of void, even though I've shot wide, distracted, I would love to roll a dungeoneering on this thing.
Go for it.
Not so great. That's a 17.
Yeah, it's not enough to even recognize it.
Yeah, so Brixby, confused by the presence of this thing, and its ability to just probe into his mind with this sort of alien reach, he fires wild after, and he's going to take a 5-foot step away. He's a little shaken. Keep an eye on Vargas, and that's my turn.
All right, on to Asher.
And Asher is going to do a little turn on the catwalk and fire off 2 bullets, rapid shot, calling a bullet in between the 2 firings, as one can do with a swift action. First, the orange creamsicle. Oh no, it's only a 10 against touch. That's a miss.
That is indeed.
So mint chocolate crit following it up. That's much better. A 22 against touch will hit.
Indeed.
3s all day, another 4 points of damage.
Chipping away at this thing. And it's weird, but it almost seems like as you're shooting it, you heard it, and it just continuously putting itself back together. It's just healing very quickly.
Is it? Yeah, it's my turn.
All right, Vargas.
Okay, Vargas is going to head through this hallway, so he will move 10 feet into this hallway and then move another 10 feet up to what appears to be another door here and open it.
All right, opening yet another door in the hallway to the east reveals a large room that is just in total ruins, and it looks like there's a fairly recognizable ruined version of a homemade statue of a man-sized clawed hand, kind of like what you saw Mayanda have
in Meanda's place. Yeah.
So it looks like this used to be a sort of shrine to Hellion, but somebody smashed it down, and it kind of looks like something's been nesting in here.
Oh, lovely. Can I make a perception check before I end my turn?
Yeah, go for it.
That is a 19.
And the room appears to be empty. There is a door to the north. I'm not sure if you can see it from your angle. But...
No, but I'll be able to see it when I move in next turn.
Yeah, there are two doors on the
attacked
northern
by
side.
some kind of horrible swarm or something. So that will be his turn then.
All right, Kira is up.
Okay, I think I found the thing. Oh, can you hear me? Did I turn myself back up?
No,
We can hear you.
Great. Let's keep all that in. Composite longbow is a +1 composite longbow, so I think that's maybe the +3. Does that sound right?
Uh-huh. And that's the damage, not to hit. Like
Right, yes,
composite-
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. You can use that again, I think. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on this thing. Ooh, that's an 18 plus 7, 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
Okay, and then I'm going to uncover the D8 again. Hey, that's better. That is a 7 total. 4 plus 3.
Alright. Solid damage. This thing's starting to look a little bit hurt, at least.
Is it still cute?
It's adorable. There's a little glitter-covered arrow sticking out of it.
Which gives Kira an idea, but this is a serious time, so she won't talk about it. That'll be my turn.
Alright, which brings us back to the creature, and I think it's getting a little bit frustrated. So I'm just going to check one thing. Yeah, I think it's going to... Let's have Asher make a will save.
Okay. A dirty 20.
Alright, so you almost feel something like trying to push into your head and like grab at your thoughts. But those paladin saves, that's just not going to happen.
Odd sensation.
And Brixby is up.
Let's see. So Brixby failed to hit it last round with a Scorching Ray, but he's still really mad. I mean, this is an imposition into his mind, but beyond that, like a projection of his fears and anxieties weaponized against him. So, not really thinking about limited resources, he's going to swift action, move his hand in such a way that his spring-loaded sheath pushes his Scorching Ray wand into his hand, levels it at the creature. He's going to take another attempt. Doesn't say anything this time, just grits his teeth and scowls. And apparently that's the magic, because that is a 23.
23 will hit.
Alrighty. That is
Nice. Oh, wow.
wheel and woe. 2 6s, 2 1s. That's 14 fire damage.
Perfectly average. Nailed it.
As all things should be.
And it rejuvenates the creature, giving it haste.
Oh no.
Now,
It bursts into 5 golems.
does that Scorching Ray do anything to that webbing?
Oh, well, let's check. Let's see in this paragraph here. The strands of the web spell are flammable. The flaming weapon can slash them away. Any fire can set them alight and burn them away on a 1 square. Any creature within a flaming web takes 2d4 points fire damage from the flames. So, I mean, I'm not deliberately trying to burn the web, but I'm not going to be mad if I do. Although I know you're just looking for a way out for your weak little tendril creature to escape my big bad daddy web. And I mean, it's up to you. It's GM. If you want to say that you take 2d4 more damage to be out of the web, I suppose that's fine.
I think it might take that damage on its turn. Well, let's sit there. It might be dead by then. Who's to say?
Oh, it will. And that's going to end Brixby's turn.
Alright, and that takes us to Asher.
Alright, Asher will spend his move action to reload his gun and take a single shot. And 18 against touch does hit. We'll try yet another D8 and hope for more. Yeah, max, so 9 points of damage from that one. And then he'll use his Swift to will a bullet into his gun. So it's loaded for next turn.
Alright, and that brings us up to Vargas.
Okay, Vargas is going to step into this totally normal room with nothing horrible in it and move the rest of his movement up to this door and not be attacked by any swarms of anything.
Yeah, he doesn't get attacked by any swarms of anything.
Awesome. Okay, then he is going to open the door onto what appears to be the next catwalk, if it looks right from this gray I can see here.
Yep.
And that will end his turn.
Yeah, you got spider webs hanging up over your head, but you have completed the hallway puzzle. And Kira is up.
Gonna wait for the train to go by. Cut this out. Great radio.
I'm imagining Vargas is just like walking into an Andy Warhol party. It's just like a glittery spider web the moment he just knocks the door open.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think Kira has anything to attempt this jump, so we're just gonna keep shooting at it with the bow. That's been working decently so far. 11, 18 to hit.
18 won't hit it with that building cover.
Okay. Again, it's all cute and glittery now, so she's at a loss. I think she's just, pretending to load arrows. Oh no, I keep missing. Sorry, Bricks. Dang.
Whose side are you on?
Side of adorable.
Alright, well, I think this creature is going to take 2d4 fire damage.
Oh, weak.
Webs being set alight here.
Kill it.
Zach, you can roll that damage.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, I don't want to pick up
Giving me the
D4s.
pleasure there.
Zach.
Oh no! Why did you? Another wheel and woe. 5. 1 and a 4.
Alright. And then it's going to take a little 5-foot floaty float down onto the catwalk in front of Vargas. And then it is going to just swing some tendrils at Vargas. A totally normal number of tendrils. Ready?
What constitutes a normal number of tendrils?
The number of tendrils that you see hanging off it in this picture. 15?
Probably like 6 to 8.
Oh
Sorry.
no!
15 is a miss.
Alright. How about what the heck number is that? 14.
No, that is also a miss.
How about a 12?
Believe it or not, still a miss.
Oh yeah, well, that's a cracked die. And how about a 20?
That one's a hit.
Oh no!
Nice.
So the number of tentacles this has is you just keep rolling till you hit.
No, it has 4 tentacles. That's 3 damage, and I am going to need a fortitude save as an disgusting
Luckily, that's my highest.
see-through enzyme leaches onto Vargas's skin from that tentacle as it touches you and just causes excruciating pain wherever it's come in contact.
Does a 21 save?
Yeah, it saves. You're fine. It's messed up.
We're getting into the level of stuff that I'm worried that a roll like that doesn't save. Especially when a 24 didn't give us any info on it. You said it was 3 for the damage?
Yeah, 3 for the damage, which I believe is the only physical damage this thing has done.
Yeah.
And Brixby is up.
He is going to level his wand again at the slightly charred tentacle creature and let loose yet another scorching ray. That's an 18 on the die for a 24, Sam.
Okay, so even with cover from being kind of in that doorway, 24 will hit.
Excellent. Let's see. Do any better for me this time? Very funny. Same result. All 2 5s and 2 2s instead of 2 6s and 2 1s. Another 14 points of damage.
Okay, well now this thing is looking like a really sad little glitter-covered eldritch horror. It's just like you could almost see one giant tear coming out of its lidless, pupilless eye because it's in pain. You're being so mean to it.
I think we've worn it down. Let's kill it. Vargas, you want to do the honors?
Well, we'll see if it's still standing, Rixie.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The way that I had the initiative tracker.
Oh, you couldn't see.
I couldn't see.
Yeah, it's going to
Jeff's
answer. And
turn
like,
is
I'm
clearly going to be
sure.
a wash. So we're just going to skip
Like
that one, 100%.
Come on, man.
Like, I'd love to answer, but I don't want to discredit the guy with the gun who goes before I do.
Deals all of our damage.
Asher is going to... I don't know. I guess we'll find out if these tendrils have reach, as Asher is going to take a rapid shot. Does this creature try and lash out at him?
It does.
F.
No, wait. Never mind. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong stat block. It doesn't.
That's for the other
You don't
thing.
have any
the thing
reach.
that's nesting has reach.
It's
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Don't
All
worry
right,
about that.
first shot is only a 12 against touch. Yet again, missing with the rapid shot. But the second shot is going to hit. Just you wait. Setting you up, Brixby, for Vargas to finish it off. Ooh, a 25 against touch.
That does hit.
Ooh, yes.
Max again. This D8 is my friend. 9 points of damage.
All right. So what does it look like?
Oh, it's been so long since Asher's gotten a kill. This creature is still kind of covered in little bits of webbing and glitter, just lashed out with a normal and appropriate number of tendrils. Asher tries to get 2 shots off on it, but the glitter kind of reflects a little bit of the sunlight, and so he misses on the first shot. But then his second shot goes right between that pupilless eye as the tear starts to come out. It feels a little bit bad, but it did, try and mess up people's brains and stuff. And it dies. And Asher's grit cloud grows in size.
Oh, yes.
Sorry to disappoint you, Brixby. I know you wanted Vargas to get that kill.
No, it's fine. I've always appreciated your true grit.
I think with the death of the Ruchalik, I'm going to bed.
Good night, Sam.
Night, Sam.
Good night, Sam.
Good night, Sam.
Totally normal number of good nights. There we go.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Hot Against the Machine is property of its creators, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are properties of Paizo Publishing. Please visit them at paizo.com for more information. Theme Against the Machine, written and performed by our own Zach. Please consult the show notes for additional music and sound effect licensing information.
In reading this, I feel like Scrap Chapel would be a sick metal band name, by the way.
What?
The obligatory Jeff check-in.
We have, your clap approval.
Hello.
The clap connoisseur.
Post-clap Jeff check.
It's gotta cup it. Gotta let it aerate for a bit. Check the
Swirl,
viscosity
spin.
on the side of the glass and say, "That's an appropriately viscous clap."
Well, if you tip it to the side and check the color on the edges, you can tell how old the clap is.
Yeah, I saw that documentary with Paul Giamatti.
Yes. Yeah, I hear he loves Merlot.
That movie was devastating to the Merlot industry in this country.
Yeah, I find that like...
Yeah, I just don't. Which is normal. I don't know what movie you're talking about. I assume it's a Star
Sideways.
Wars.
Sideways.
Oh,
It's like the
yeah.
glance we're all
Sideways.
giving you.
Got it.
Yeah, the Napa Valley one.
But yeah, no, it's really interesting to see that like correlation between pop culture and like real life. Like, I don't know how many of you have the Sex and the City
guy
reboot.
that died in the Peloton.
Yeah, like Big dying on the Peloton. Like
Peloton,
dropped
Pendleton.
the Pendleton. Oh no, yeah, you're just stuck in the Northwest. Yeah, no, him dying on the Peloton like dropped their stock like 800 or 80%. I don't know, something
stupid.
ridiculous.
Like,
I don't know anything.
A
about the stock
fictional
market.
character died after using this product, so clearly it's dangerous for us in real life.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but since we came on, yogurt and specifically Yoplait Go-Gurt sales are through the roof. So I hope all of you didn't buy their stock because that would be insider trading.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I put all my money in warm yogurt, but I did distribute it to other cultured dairy to sort of diversify my portfolio.
Just imagining you
really
literally dumping
diversified?
handfuls.
I was gonna say, like,
Hey,
I
the
actually just
kefir market
literally
this
keep all
year.
my money in a tub of warm yogurt.
Just crack it
Safest
open,
there.
throw some change in there. It's like the old hiding it in the sugar jar, but much grosser.
Oh no.
First, he converted it all to
Go
gold
in
bars, and then he covered them in warm yogurt.
Well, you know, when we left the yogurt standard in the 70s, it truly just, I mean, I could never trust another greenback dollar. This is really endearing us to the same age group of rampage jokes at this point.
Yeah, now we're we're really hitting up on the, was it Kingston Trio clientele?
Everybody loves gold standard jokes.
It doesn't appear immune or resistant to the damage that I'm dealing. I'm so words bad. That's just me. Let's try again.
Turn my volume down because the train went by.